Good morning, everybody. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful day. It's been a little while since I've done any demonstrating for you, so I thought today I should pull my finger out and just demonstrate a few little bits and pieces for you. So this is the little card that I've made. So it's made using, I've used the avocado, Close to My Heart avocado card. And what I really love about Close to My Heart's plain coloured card stock is that it comes in two shades. So you've got the lighter shade on one side and then the darker shade on the other side. So you've got that choice whether you want, you've got, I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for? You've got more variety in your choices of colours. So, yeah, just to show you, that's how their cardstock comes, with the lighter on one side and then the darker on the other. So then also it has a white core. So when you tear it, I'll tear it along here, you can see that it's a white core. So that's quite nice when you're doing those tearing techniques to have that different colour coming through. Okay. So what I've used here, I also want to show you that because Close to My Heart have got these lovely 12 by 12 stencils. I don't know if you can see the pattern very well, but they've got the 12 by 12 stencils. Now they can be used for card making as well as scrapbooking. So, don't just think that the 12 by 12s are just for scrapbooking. They're also for your card making. So this is the stencil that I've used for this card here. And then I've just used our new blending brush, which is beautiful to use. It's so soft and just, again, gives you that variety in how dark or how light you want the colours to be. So with this card, I've used the periwinkle and the harbour. So they're the two colours I've used to create the stenciled background for that card. Then all I've done is used the opal liquid pearls, which again I've fallen in love with this one. It's so versatile. So that's what I've used just to put the little white centers in the flower. And then I've also used the new for you die. So it comes with the U and the 4, but it also comes with a little love. So you could put love you, and it comes with thanks. So thank you. Okay. So that's the new little die that's come out as well. Now, there we go. So that was that little card. But what I thought I'd do is show you a variation on that card. So just to show you that it's the same card, but what we're going to use is a different stencil. So we're going to use this little card stencil. So I call it the splashes. It looks like water splashes to me. And I thought I quite like the rainbow ombre effect. So this is the card that we're going to make up today. I'm going to show you how to make that. And just show you a few other little things with the blending brushes as well. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, and this is the other thing I wanted to mention is this is the stamp set that we're going to be using today. It's called Cherished Blossoms, and I'm finding it really versatile. I've also created these cards, these 12 by 6 by 6 cards using that set, and also the Smiles from the Garden set. So I find that a lovely set as well. And then I've also, heavily inspired by Sonia Edwards, I've made these pages as well. So again, you can see I've used the 12 by 12 stencil here, not doing the full page, but just so then I can put a couple of pictures in here. I don't know if you can see that properly. I'll put them both down, and then that's the second page there. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you that. Now let's get on to the fun stuff. So we just need our little bit of white card. I'll pop that one away. So we just put our splashes stencil on, and all I'm going to do is with each of the oxide inks, the Distress Oxide inks, I may as well take all the lids off so they're ready to go. I'm going to start with the purple. So all you're doing is just circling around, popping the stencil on, and then I'm just going to do, an arc type shape. So just holding the stencil in place, and I'm just dragging it. I'm not rolling it backwards and forwards. For this one, I'm just dragging it across. So I find if you circle it, it gets more ink on, and then just checking that I haven't moved the stencil. What I like about the brush too is it doesn't seem to catch so much in the little pieces of stencils, especially when you're using very delicate ones. The other thing about it that I've noticed compared to the blending tools is that you're getting right into the areas. So see where this little one is here, with the blending brush, with the blending tool, sorry, you wouldn't be able to get right in there. Whereas with the blending brush, it gets right into the nooks and crannies. Then what we're doing, so I've moved it, but we can just line it up again. I'm just going to get rid of the colour. Now you can have one per colour group, but I'm finding that you don't need to. I'd probably keep one for my oxide inks, and as I get more money, then I might buy one per colour group. So we're going to ink up the blue next. We're just going to realign this, and we're going to chuck the blue on. So again, you can make it as light or as dark as you like. So what I find is you can get that really subtle colour, whereas with if you look here where I've done the ombre, so you can see here I've used the brush and here I've used the blending tool. So you can, I'll show you up closer. See, and you're getting these splodges, so you're getting more marks. So if you like the mark, but if you like that real clean blend, it almost looks like a watercolour effect. You've just got that ability to get more subtle differences. So you can start off really light and you can then increase the colour in very small degrees. Other than with the blending tool, it kind of goes dark straight away. You can't get that subtlety that you can get with the blending brush, I suppose, is what I'm sort of trying to get at. I'll just make sure we line that up again. Yeah, and I suppose I find the blending brush more forgiving than the blending tool. And then we just get rid of that dark blue, especially if we're going into the light blue. So just get rid of that colour. And then just picking up the light blue. And my fingernails, I noticed, are getting a painting as well. Then we'll add some green. line it up again. You can see it doesn't matter if it moves, you just line it up again. And then get rid of the green. We need the yellow, don't we? Rather than the orange, we might just get a little bit of orange on the very bottom. And then just a little bit of orange, just to finish it off. Here we go. What do you think? I think it's quite pretty. So the other thing, I think anybody that knows me would know, I love using up bits and pieces that I've done before. So this is the reverse leftovers, but I want to show you how I got that. So all you're doing is just spritzing water. So in a little spray bottle here. So just spritzing water all over that. And then we'll turn it over. We'll do it on here. And then I'm just going to lay it down on my card. And I'm just going to use another piece of card just to pop on top, just to press down. And then we'll just lift it up. So then you've got another little card front all ready to go. So I think that's pretty cute, being able to use the ink that's on the back of the stencil. So always think about that when you're stenciling. Think, oh, can I use the reverse side somewhere? I'll just put that across to dry. So I think that's it for that. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to close up all these lids so the inks don't dry out. Oops, wrong one. Okay, and then we're going to stamp. So what I find is with the acrylic stamps, they seem to stamp more crisply if you have a soft mat under it. So you can use the little soft mat that comes with the stamp sets, or the Close to My Heart Versamat has a soft side on the other side. So I just put my piece of scrap paper down, and we can put our little soft mat as well. And then we're going to pop the little... Where's my black ink gone? It was here a minute ago. There it is. So anybody that knows me from rubber stamping days will always know that I always said stamp on the table and then ink it up. With the Close to My Heart ink pads, they're really large, and the acrylic stamps are cut very fine to the edge of the stamp. So as I found the rubber stamps, there was always an edge. So if you press the stamp into the ink pad, you would then get a halo effect coming around your stamp. You'd get that over stamping. Whereas with the acrylic stamps, you don't get that effect so much. So I'm just going to stamp our little flower stamp down here. And we've got the little stamp. Now, that hasn't stamped as well as I wanted it to. Just have a, oh, that stamped better. So, again, what I find with the acrylic stamps is, excuse my head, you can line them up and have another go. So, that's stamped more to my liking, okay? Now what we're going to do, I've got one little one already cut out, but we're just going to do another stamp. Oh, on my little bit here. So we're going to stamp one of these little stamps from the Cherish Blossoms. So again, we're going to ink it up, give it a nice tap down. You can check it on your scrap paper. Yep, that's stamping quite nicely. And we'll plonk it up in the corner. Remembering when you're stamping and die cutting that the Close to My Heart die sets will always leave you a little white border. So don't stamp right to the edge of your cardstock because you want that little border to come out. Then we're going to put the little centre into the flower. Okay. Then what we're going to do is die cut this little flower. Just going to cut that bit off. And we'll do the U in black this time. And I'm going to do the little 4 as white. And I'm going to cut off a little piece. I'm going to do, and I do love these Close to My Heart scissors. They're so sharp and they're Teflon coated so they won't get all gumped up with your tapes. That's there, that's there. We'll plonk this little one on so you can see me, I suppose, would be better. Now, just turn that until I've got it in the right space. I think it's there. That's it. So again, with the acrylic stamps, we could have die cut this and then stamped on top of it because you can see with the acrylic stamp. So I think that's it. I've got my flower, my U, my little scalloped nameplate, and the little 4. Just pop that through the die cutting machine. Excuse me for a second. And we'll fold. Better get our card ready. Oh, I do like, look at my rainbow fingernails. Aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful. Now I'm going to cover that up before I stamp something I don't really want. Now just be careful of the water. Got bits of water around from when I was spraying, so we just don't want to get that on the back. So a little bit of tape. And I should have a black background. I know I had it here somewhere. There it is. So again, with your double-sided tape, you can just tear it. I always, as you've seen me, I just tear it. I don't find cutting it is great for your scissors, although with the Close to My Heart scissors, they really don't get gummed up, so, and they're sharp as all get out. And actually, as you saw, they come with a little cover as well, so that's quite nice. So we'll pop that onto the black. Oh, tummy just gave a big rumble. the centre. And then we've got our really cute stitched nameplate. And we've got our second little flower. And see, I've got the little mark from the, because I've inked the mark. So we might put that one there and then this one on top so that we cover that mark. So isn't it great that we can come up with ways to cover things? Cover things up. I love it. Did someone say just a chance to embellish? Oh, and of course, my U's moved. So I'm just going to run that through again quickly. I was obviously moving a bit too fast when I did that. So I'll just quickly run that through again. Hoping that it doesn't move this time. A little bit of tape would have been the perfect idea. But of course, when I was setting up, I forgot to put some washi tape aside for myself. Okay. So now, where's my little pokey tool? There it is. So just poke out the little U. Okay, so now what I want to see, I'm going to mount the U, but I want to see what colour. I'm thinking I'm going to go the dark blue, because if I leave it like that, you're not going to, the 4 is lost against the white. So what I'm thinking is the blueprint sketch is under there. So I'm going to go the blueprint sketch, and that will kind of line up with the rainbow, but hopefully be the right colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually check it on the back side of it to make sure that the colour is right. So that's another little tip I like to share with people. So we'll just see. Oh yeah, I think that stands out quite nicely. What do you think? Or should I go the purple? No, I think the blue is nice. I'll just make it a bit darker on the other side. So we're going to make it really dark. There we go. I think that, yep, that looks good. So put all of that aside. And now we're just going to assemble. So we're going to tape one side. And we're going to mount the other side. Now, I forgot to bring my big bits of mounting tape, but I've got these little tiny bits. So these little strips of mounting tape. So they're perfect for these little U letters because they fit beautifully. I just cut off a little strip. They fit beautifully. I'll just grab it with the scissors. Down the letters. Cut that in half. Oops, where'd you go to? And then one more bit for the U. Okay, so we'll stick the nameplate down. So I think about there. And then we'll stick our first flower down. So I'll stick that over the top of that black mark. And then, like I said, I would have put the fat ones on this flower, but I'm going to just use the strips as I happen to have them here. And then we're going to stick our U on. So we just set that up so it's ready to go. Now we don't want it right over the edge because we want the 4 to be partly on the nameplate and then going across the U. Okay. So then if we just pull off one letter at a time, then we're not going to lose the placement. For it. Gosh, I stopped mid-sentence there, didn't I? Now, I'd love to hear your comments about what you think about this card, what you think about some of the materials that I've used. If you're interested in knowing anything more about the products. So there's the U on there. And then we're just going to use, now my Close to My Heart tape runner has just run out, and of course I forgot to use one. But these little dot runners are fantastic for when you're using little die cuts, so little intricate die cuts, because what happens is the tape just sticks to the die rather than, so you don't see that tape going across. So now I'm just going to attach the 4 to the U. Okay. And then we'll add, the last thing we add is our little liquid pearls. So all I'm going to do is just dot, just shake it down a little bit, dot into the middle of our little flower. And I tend to always put the wet products on last so that there's no chance that when you're putting the card together, because these will take a while to dry. So that's the card. So it's a nice, happy card. So again, the techniques are the same, but you've got the bright, happy card and then the more subtle card. So I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration today, and hopefully we'll see you soon. But please let me know if I can be of service to you in any way. Know that I'm just a phone call away, or an email, or a message away. So take care and have a great weekend. See you. Bye.